lifting's not the most interesting sport. I'll just throw it out there and say it. It's really not. There's been a push in the US by a few people to try to make it a more spectator friendly sport. And I'm like, do you realize how fucking boring this is?
I got to admit, I've been asked for years, like, I will go to, for years since I've been in Perth, would go to comps and just stand in the crowd and watch. But in order to get through a competition, I needed there to be a coffee van, maybe some food, and a whole bunch of people to talk to while I wasn't watching lifting, and then watch the occasional lift here and there. That's the only way I can really enjoy powerlifting if I have a job. So I would much prefer to referee, announce, spot, coach, anything to keep me busy while lifting.
Even when I lift, I'm frequently the guy who brings a book and is reading the book in a book in the warm-up room because, I mean, look, I'm there to bench, right? I'm going to bench and then I'm going to go home. I'm not going to sit there for the entire meet.
Yeah, you're right. Powerlifting is very simple. There's people and podcasts that like pulling it apart and make it complex and trying to reinterpret everything through a different lens. It's
Let's actually talk about history of science, though, and not get sidetracked, which we will a dozen other times in this podcast.
Oh, I don't think we've ever had a conversation where we haven't got sidetracked at least 5 times.
God, no.
But we always we end up landing on something really cool, so I don't mind the sidetracks at all. But yeah, history of science. You were doing
That's fascinating. So my grandfather has a PhD in American history. My grandmother has a master's in I guess it's technically British history. And when I would, over the summers when I was a boy, I would spend a lot of time with them. Yeah. We could. I mean, it would technically be accurate. So anyhow, I got brainwashed into history. As a boy, and I've said this to you before. I think a lot of kids grow up with, Disney or whatever, and I grew up instead with, in some cases, some truly comically racist World War II films. There's by nature a racial element to fighting the Pacific in World War II, and then there's the propagandistic elements of it, which are just ridiculous. So I go to college, and I actually at the start I want to be a doctor. And then I realized that this is, yeah.
What sort of doctor were you thinking of?
I wanted to be an infectious disease specialist. Yes. And it does actually dovetail here. I end up realizing about halfway through my first year of college that this is not really what I want to do.